I want to give you a look inside of Mind for Math. This is the book of Matthew here. Set up like our main curriculum. We got a day number, and you can just read through the lesson. It's set up ready to go. So it has the topic. So today's multiplication, and then I have a little snippet like why I chose that topic, or sometimes I'll pull the word problems from the scriptures or something like that. So today they aren't supposed to use meaningless repetition from the Matthew 6 reading that day. So you just can start reading it, and everyone, all the ages, are going to answer the level A questions. Okay, and then when you're done level A, they won't have any more questions in their book to answer. They can drop out. I have mine go work on math facts once they're finished their math workbook. But then everyone else will keep going, and the B kids will keep going, and then when you finish that, the C and D kids will keep going. So D does the whole thing. They'll answer all the questions, up A, B, and C, and then their own as well. And it really builds up confidence because they're doing easier questions first. So by the time they get to their harder numbers, they already know how to attack the problems. So here's what it looks like on review days. There's 5 weeks of regular lessons, just like the main curriculum, and then 2 weeks of review. And they use their own workbooks. There's no lessons on review days. They just have their own workbook page. Every level has their own page to do. So your answers are just listed in the teacher book. All the answers are there. Back to the regular lessons, the bold are the answers. So I don't work out every problem, but here, see, I worked out a few things and kind of explain it. I use mental math techniques. So that will be explained in the curriculum. But I do that because that's what a Mind for Math is. It's thinking about numbers in different ways, not just following a prescribed way to find an answer, but thinking about how you can manipulate numbers, what they mean, how you can work with them. And mental math are just, it makes math easier and more fun to break up numbers, put them back together. So here's how I do long division. I'm not going to try and explain it to you now, but groups and totals. But it's a way that you don't even have to have, if you have a kid who just is struggling learning their math facts, they don't have to know their math facts to be able to do this and find the answer. Or they could. I mean, I have it done both ways, but this will be explained in the curriculum. But, if you have a kid who's just stuck, starting to not like math because they haven't learned their facts, and so it's really hard for them, thinking about math a different way, thinking about numbers a different way might be really helpful to them. So every 5 days there's a review day. So you have it in your teacher book. Everyone has their own, every level has their own page in their workbook. You have all the answers. It's a lot of word problems because, again, it's, you want them to know how to use numbers, know how to work with them. So every day is a different topic. Doesn't necessarily build one day from the next. It jumps around in different topics. But I hope that gives you some idea of what it's like. Some things will be worked out for you, and some will just give you the answer. On the site you can see the course descriptions, and they're also in the back of this book. You can see placement guides on the site. You can see a sample on the site. Here's the review pages. So there's only 140 regular lessons in this book, just like the main curriculum, and then they have 40 days of review. Their workbooks go to 180 days. So for 40 days they just have review pages on their own level workbook pages. So that's a great time for just mastery. They're just doing problems. And we've done this. My family's used this method for 2 years, and I'm super happy with how things are going and how my one son really changed his mind about math, because he had given up on math before, and now he's good at math. He's even happy to do it, which is, if you have a kid who's given up on math and just hates it, that's just a wonderful thing. So anyway, here's at the end of the year, there's just those 40 review days. So that's why there's all these pages are just answers at the end of your book, followed by the list of, the topics for every day, and then the course descriptions at the end. And you can find them on the site. Hope that gives you some idea. And I hope it really helps your family.